But it was okay. At the end, I kind of appreciated it.
Yeah,
just standing up there and just all of this horrible negative energy coming towards me and all these people really angry at me. I try to just appreciate it.
Before diving into the details, it's important to say clearly, no one should harass comedians, fans, critics, or anyone involved in this situation. Live comedy is unpredictable, and even when criticism is deserved, it should never cross into personal attacks, threats, or targeted harassment. With that said, the fallout from William Montgomery's now infamous performance at the Still Standing Comedy Festival continues to ripple, and the comedian has finally broken his silence on his own show, The William Montgomery Show, giving his first extended reaction to the meltdown seen around Austin. Montgomery's set last Saturday became the center of intense debate after he reportedly struggled to connect with the crowd, leading to a short set, booing, and audience walkouts. What began as an ordinary night of festival comedy quickly escalated into what many fans described as one of the roughest bombs in the Austin scene in recent memory. Newspapers, including comedy watchdog publications like Cracked and Chortle, covered the incident, framing it as a high-profile example of the growing pains in the city's rapidly expanding comedy ecosystem.
Controller, and you have to watch me play?
Throw that tomato.
So I started taking weed Viagra, but the only problem is whenever I smoke it, my eyes get hard. And y'all just need to buckle in, because I'm...
On his podcast, Montgomery addressed the incident with a mixture of honesty and self-deprecation. He admitted the set didn't go the way he expected, and spoke about the mismatch between his rapid-fire one-liner style and the festival audience, which may have been expecting a more traditional, narrative-based act. He also joked about the online discourse while acknowledging the emotional sting that comes with public failure.
Grant, I don't know if you knew this. I was telling Kansai last night, I had, I think, the worst set I've had in years on Saturday. I did this outdoor comedy festival here in Austin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it was horrible, Grant.
Why?
Oh, my gosh. It was, so I go up, there was some rap group up before me, which sometimes I've done it in the past where it's you mix music and comedy, and in my opinion, that does not mix very well because it's like a crowd. If it's a crowd for the music people, they're not going to be liking the comedy. So I go up there after the rap group, who seemed good, by the way, and I go up there, and within 30 seconds, I can tell it's not going good. Luckily, that doesn't normally happen to me, like when I'm going to the clubs. It doesn't really normally happen. Oh, yeah, thank you for doing that horrible devil picture by artificial intelligence. I hate this picture.
You look fat in the picture.
Yeah, look at that one. But I go up there 30 seconds into it. It's not going good. A minute later, some random guy comes up onto the stage right beside me. I just assume it's somebody that works at the place.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on. And he's right beside me, and he reaches for the microphone, and I let him talk into the microphone, and he says, "You're garbage. This is garbage."
What?
Yes. And then I got to do 23 more minutes after that.
How are they allowed to come up on stage?
That obviously set a horrible tone for the rest of my 23 minutes I was contractually obligated to do. It was this horrible kind of nightmare.
That's a nightmare.
And people are screaming at me, "Get off the stage."
Oh.
Some idiot kept on saying, "We're the tomatoes." Because I guess people throw tomatoes at people sometimes if they're not liking it on stage. They throw like vegetables at people.
Though he kept things relatively light, he didn't deny the reality. It was a tough night. Meanwhile, the conversation reached the top of the Austin comedy food chain. Joe Rogan discussed the situation with Brian Redband on a recent episode of The Joe Rogan Experience. Rogan didn't vilify Montgomery, nor did he excuse every part of the performance. Instead, he took a broader view, noting the unique pressures festival shows create. He explained that crowds behave differently outside the controlled environment of a club, and said that comics who thrive in short-form or podcast environments still need time to develop longer sets that breathe and evolve. Redband echoed some of these points, emphasizing how uneven audience energy can be in festival settings. Both also implied without attacking Montgomery directly, that sometimes comedians underestimate how different a live crowd can be from a studio audience, especially when their fan base is built heavily from podcast appearances.
I know
I'm
some
not
people
into
who love it.
Yeah.
They love it.
William Montgomery, he sits there and plays like 3 hours of just a brick game.
William Montgomery. That video you sent me, him
Oh my
bombing at that Austin Comedy Festival, that shit is so funny.
Dude, there's so many videos now of it.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Here's the thing about William. William, to me, is the ultimate. Once you see him, you love him and you want to see him more comic.
Right.
The ultimate.
Yeah.
But the first time you see him, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, like Brody Stevens. When you first see Brody, you're like, what the
Right.
fuck is he yelling
Exactly.
at?
He's really the most similar guy to Brody that I know.
Yeah.
And they're both weirdos.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
William's such a weirdo. But he's a great guy, just like Brody was. But if you see him though, like the Black Keys, those guys fucking love him.
Oh, yeah.
And when they came into the studio, they wanted to come to the club. They go, is William Montgomery coming?
Yeah.
I go, I'll make sure he's there. As I called up William, I'm like, William?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Pat and Dan, they fucking love him, man. He's got so many fans because he's so unique. He's so unique. But you got to know what you're getting into with him.
Right. And don't have him open up for you if you're, what's that, Morgan J? Who is he opening up for? He's like, who's
no
that
idea.
guy? That guy's so, is that a girl or a guy?
I have no idea. I don't know. I just saw the clip you showed me.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything else.
I think it's that guy that goes into the audience with a auto-tuned microphone, that's really popular for some reason. Like
See, I'm so old.
me too. I don't.
I'm
even know
so
who this
old.
guy
I'm
is.
out of the loop. I don't know what these kids like.
Yeah, Morgan J. Who's Morgan J?
I find out about artists, and when I find out about them, they have 20 million Instagram followers. I'm like, okay.
That's who, that's who it is, Morgan J. And he has 5.2 million followers. And his whole thing is like he just goes into the audience he's not really a comedian. Like he's more of a performer. He just goes into the audience and talks to people. Like he does crowd work. That's pretty much, and he's like one of the biggest stars right now.
Rogan emphasized reading the room and hinted that Austin's comedy boom attracts fans who expect a particular brand of humor, which can hurt comics who deviate from it. Online reactions remain sharply divided. Some Kill Tony fans argue the crowd was disrespectful and overly hostile, insisting the environment itself sabotaged the performance. Others say Montgomery leaned too heavily on shock humor, seemed flustered, and pushed back at the audience in a way that escalated the situation. A few fans even expressed worry that the comedian's recent rise may have outpaced his development as a long-form club comic. At the core of the controversy is a larger question about modern comedy. What happens when comics who rise through podcasts, viral clips, or rapid-fire formats are suddenly placed in traditional festival environments? The Austin comedy scene is experiencing rapid growth, and with growth comes tension between old-school expectations, internet-driven fame, and live performance realities. Montgomery breaking his silence is likely the first step in moving the story forward. If anything, the situation highlights both the fragility and resilience required in stand-up. Bombing is universal. Recovering from it publicly, especially in the age of clips, commentary channels, and Reddit, is the real test. Going forward, Montgomery's response, the community's memory, and the evolving Austin comedy culture will determine whether this becomes a brief embarrassment, a turning point, or a defining chapter in his career.